The chains were still warm when they locked them around my wrists. Asterisk, that was how I knew my sister had worn them moments before me. Asterisk. The mating hall was filled with silver light and whispers of destiny. The moon altar glowed beneath my sister's feet as she stood beside the Alpha King. Radiant in white, her lips trembling just enough to look convincing, the crowd watched her. Not me. No one ever watched me. Asterisk, the unmarked sister will be offered instead. The high priestess declared, her voice echoing like a death sentence. Balance must be kept. Asterisk, I turned toward my sister, waiting, begging without words. She didn't meet my eyes. She let the guards take me so she could keep her crown. Asterisk, that was the moment I understood my place in the world. Disposable. They dragged me through stone corridors while the ceremony continued behind us. The Alpha King never looked back. His hand rested on my sister's waist as if it had always belonged there, as if I had never existed. Asterisk, the gates of Black Hollow. Prison swallowed me whole. Asterisk, the air inside was damp and heavy with despair. Iron bars lined the walls like ribs, each cell holding a creature the world had abandoned. Wolves who had lost control. Traitors, half-bloods, forgotten mates. Asterisk, and now, me. Asterisk, they shoved me into cell 13 and slammed the door. The sound echoed long after the guards left, sealing me into silence. Asterisk, at night, the wolves screamed. Not from pain but from memories. I curled into myself on the cold floor. Pulling my thin cloak tighter, I learned to breathe quietly, to take up less space, to survive by being unnoticed. Days turned into weeks. I endured hunger without complaint. I shared water when others were weaker. I listened to the stories whispered through bars of lost packs, broken bonds, moons that never answered again. I never told my own. Hope was dangerous and black. Hollow. Then the Alpha King came. I felt him before I saw him. The prison changed when he entered. Wolves fell silent. Guards straightened. Fear thickened the air. His presence pressed against my chest like gravity. He stopped in front of my cell. Human? He asked, his voice low, unimpressed. Asterisk, I lifted my head slowly. Yes. Asterisk, his eyes swept over me, assessing, judging. You should have died by now. Asterisk, I didn't. Asterisk, something flickered in his gaze. Annoyance? Perhaps. He turned away as if I were nothing more than a curiosity that failed to entertain him. Asterisk, but after that day, things shifted. Asterisk, the guards no longer struck the prisoners as often. Food arrived regularly. Wolves were taken out for healing instead of punishment. And sometimes, I felt his eyes on me from the shadows, watching when he thought I didn't notice. Asterisk, still. He never spoke to me again. I remained invisible. Until the night Black Hollow burned. Asterisk, the alarms rang too late. Iron bars bent under claw and rage. Fire spreads through the lower levels, smoke choking the corridors. Wolves howled in panic as the prison descended into chaos. Asterisk, I pressed myself against the bars. Coughing, waiting to die forgotten. Then I heard him. Find her, the Alpha King snarled. The girl from cell 13, my heart stuttered. He reached my cell covered in blood and ash, his composure shattered. His hands shook as he unlocked the chains. Eyes searching my face like he had been afraid not to find it. Asterisk, you were never meant to be here, he said, voice breaking. Asterisk, I stepped past him into the open air, free for the first time in my life. Asterisk, no, I replied softly, but you let me stay. Asterisk, the bond snapped into place between us, violent, ancient, undeniable. Power surged through me, lighting something the world had tried to bury. Realization crushed him. He fell to his knees in the ruins of Black Hollow. Asterisk, I chose wrong. He whispered, I failed you. I looked down at the Alpha King, the man who had condemned me with silence. This world will remember me now, I said, and it did, because the girl who survived the prison was no longer powerless. Asterisk, she was his fate. Asterisk, and this time, I was the one who chose.